So Florida and Texas are trying to help with the import congestion that they're seeing over in California at the LA ports to play catch up. So Lodestar reports that the state is offering monetary incentive for ships to swing their way. In fact, officials say that they're trying to use $125 million of the unused money for the CARES Act, which was a $2.2 trillion stimulus bill from the Trump administration. So over in Houston, a $1.1 billion ship channel expansion called Project 11 is also underway. The goal is to be able to speed up deepening and widening the area for bigger ships. That project began at the beginning of the year as the amount and sizes of container ships has continued to grow. An all-time high, that's according to AAA. Last week they hit $4.68 per gallon. Last Monday they were 0.6 of a cent above the day before, which was another record. Last week the average prices in the nation hit $3.41. This as President Biden called on the FTC to look into whether or not illegal conduct is pushing gas prices higher for oil companies. CBS reports the cost of gasoline is up about 50% since last year as inflation had its, quote, largest annual increase in more than 30 years at 6.2%. And another number hitting a record, drug overdose deaths. According to the CDC, U.S. drug overdose deaths hit 100,306 in a 12-month period. It's the first time it passed more than 100,000. This was a 29% rise compared to last year, which experts attribute to the pandemic. About 3/4 of those overdoses were opioid related. And jurors have begun a third day of deliberations in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. This after rewatching drone video released in the trial this week, which caused the defense to ask for a mistrial, stating a lack of quality footage presented to them from the prosecution. Rittenhouse is on trial for killing 2 men and injuring another during the BLM riots in Wisconsin in 2020. In the trial, he explained he was there because his father lived there and he worked as a lifeguard in Kenosha. One of the men he shot did say that he aimed his pistol at Rittenhouse and only then did Rittenhouse fire. Two sides are delivered closing arguments earlier this week, and the jury is still deliberating. And tonight, trying to end on a positive and interesting news, a lunar eclipse with 97% of the moon will be in darkness tonight. So it'll be the longest partial eclipse since 1440, according to AccuWeather. It'll be about 12 minutes shorter than the total lunar eclipse. That was on July 27th, which was the longest in recent history.
Wow. What time is that going to happen?
So that's going to happen, Dallas time, they said basically whenever the moon starts to come out. I'll have to look up exactly what time, but it'll be 97% covered. I thought that was interesting.
You know, my youngest son, Angelo, had a telescope, and he was really into all these things. And you know Angelo.
Yeah.
And we used to get the telescope out anytime something like this would happen. It was a great family event. I mean, that's really intriguing when you think about something that's not going to happen for another 500 years or whatever.
1440. I'm so curious how they recorded all of that information and know that that was the last time.
How would they know?
I don't know.
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to check them on this show.
No,
I can guarantee you that.
I know. You just got to trust.